Poem 2.1 Animals Warming up. Get into pairs and attempt the following. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Mark Twain. Discuss with your partner what Mark Twain means from the above quote. Write in your own words. Question number 2. Put the following attributes or abilities given below in the proper circles. So there are two circles which are overlapping each other. There is a common region to both. In mathematics you might have learned about Venn diagrams and so on. It is looking like that. Region which is common to both should include the attributes and abilities which are belonging to human as well as the animal. The region which is common to both. Now, the bean seed region which is here belongs to only human qualities and abilities, and here the bean seed region which is here, which is not overlapping, the bean seed region belongs to the animal attributes or abilities. So you have to pick up these words and put over in proper places. Now, for human attributes or abilities, you can consider cooks. So you can write here cooks, but here there is limited space, so I am marking only D. You have to write cooks. Then learns computing, so J. Learns computing. Stands up immediately, that is M. Then worships God, that is K. You have to write the full word also. Since there is a limited space here, I am writing only the letters. Good manners, that is E. Now, pick up the animal attributes or abilities. Then we can see what is common to both. Can live for more than 150 years. Turtles and all live more than 150 years. So here it is H. Lives for more than 150 years. Sleeps in standing position, that is L. Sleeps in standing position. Then has 360-degree vision, F. We cannot see what is present at the back behind us, but some animals can see. Now, next, CO belongs to various species after birth. Then what is common to both? Self-control. They also can control their anger. Communicates, that is B. Even animals can communicate. Love and care, that is C. Shows gratitude, that is G. Swims, that is I. Brings up children, that is M. Brings up children. Now, times, especially when you are frustrated, you wish you were an animal or a bird or a fish or a butterfly and not a human being. Say which of the above you would choose to transform to and give 3 or 4 reasons for your choice. I wish I could be a bird. I would choose to transform to a bird so that I could fly away from the cause of frustration. I would like to be far from the noise and crowd on earth. I would regain my peace. I would forget all my worries. Now, coming to the fourth one, we come across many animals in our vicinity. We have also read about different animals in books. Make a list of all animals that fall under various categories. One is given for you. Under amphibians, frog is given, you can also write toad. Under mammals, cow is given, you can write bat. Under wild animals, lion is already given, you can write tiger. Under aquatic animals, you are already given octopus, you can write crocodile. Under pet animals, you are already given cat, you can write dog. You can write even more animals. Now, this poem, Animals, was written by Walt Whitman, a major figure in early American poetry. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in free verse. He was a nonconformist in all respects, including his social life. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, what he finds complicated and false. Now, before going to the poem, let me give an introduction about this poem. This poem describes the qualities of animals that human beings must have possessed in the early stages of evolution but which we have lost. The poet indicates that we should possess these qualities to make this world a better place to live in. Animals are better than human beings. Now, coming to the poem, I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with a mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Written by Walt Whitman. Now, coming to the meanings, turn here it means transform, placid, not easily upset, self-contained, self-sufficient, make me sick, disgust me, demented means mad. Mania means craze. Here respectable means too happy and satisfied. Evince means show. Here tokens means virtues like innocence, simplicity, contentment, etc. Now, let me explain this poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. The poet says that he could change his lifestyle and live with animals. The reason is that animals are so calm and self-composed. I stand and look at them long and long. The poet can stand and gaze at them for long hours. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Animals do not perspire from too much labor trying to improve their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not complain mournfully about their living conditions. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. They do not spend sleepless hours expressing sorrow for their mistakes. They do not make the poet sick by talking to him about their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demanded with the mania of owning things. Not a single animal seems discontented. They do not behave irrationally, madly, pursuing the ownership of worldly things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. No animal kneels to another, nor to any ancestor that lived centuries ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. No animal has ideals about or is unhappy with matters that relate to the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Animals express their relationship with the poet in a simple way. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession, and he in turn accepts them for what they are. Animals offer the poet visible signs of virtues. Tokens here means virtues, such as innocence, contentment, and simplicity, and reveal to him by their behavior how these qualities quite clearly belong to them. I wonder where they get those tokens. The poet wonders from where the animals obtain those virtues, otherwise the qualities. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Here I refers to the mankind. He is also a man. So the poet wonders if mankind, while passing through the various stages of evolution, once possessed these qualities ages ago and then across the years carelessly gave them up. Now coming to the questions over here. What craze do animals never display? Animals never display the craze of owning things. Now, coming to the next question. What could have happened to the tokens of the poet's self? The tokens of the poet's self might have been lost along the path of his evolution from an animal state to a human state. Now, coming to the workshop. the words given in table A with their meanings in table B. Now, here there is a mistake. You can correct. Here C, E will come for Evans. Now, question number 1A. Match the following. Wine can be matched with complain in an annoying way. Sin can be matched with an offense. Offense C will come here. An offense against religious or moral law. Events show. Mania, mental illness. Negligent, failing to take proper care. Now, find adjectives from the poem which refer to positive and negative thinking. For positive thinking, you can write placid, self-contained. Then for negative thinking, you can write the adjectives like dissatisfied, unhappy, demented. Then complete the following. The poet wishes he could dash. You have to complete this by looking at the poem and understanding it. Now, the poet wishes he could turn and live with animals. So you can write turn and live with animals. For the next one, animals do not complain about their condition. Third one, animals do not merely discuss their duty to God. Then, animals are not crazy about owning things. Now, coming to the third one, state whether the following statements are true or false. Animals are self-reliant. True. Animals quarrel for their possessions. False. Animals do not worship other animals. True. Humans have given up many good qualities. True. Animals suffer humiliation. False. The poet has retained all his natural virtues. False. With the help of the poem, find the differences between animals and human beings. So, here you can write some points. One point is given under human beings as always complain about their condition. In animals it is given never complain about anything. So, under human beings you can write spend sleepless nights regretting their sins. Then under animals you can write don't regret their sins at all. Under human beings you can write always dissatisfied. Under animals you can write always satisfied. Under human beings you can write crazy about acquiring possessions. Under animals you can write never interested in owning things. Under human beings you can write always unhappy about earthly matters. Under animals you can write unconcerned about earthly matters. Coming to the fifth one, Read the text again and complete the verb. This is a verb. You have to complete it. Highlighting the good values, habits which we can learn from animals. Good values and good habits that can be learned from animals. One is done for you. They are placid and self-contained. Then you can write here in the other box. They do not worship other humans or any ancestors. Then in the third box you can write, they do not criticize what they already have or complain about their condition. Then in this box you can write, they show qualities of innocence and simplicity. In this box you can write, they are not crazy about owning things and are happy with the resources they have. And in this box you can write, they spend their time they do not spend their time discussing their duties to God. They do not spend their time discussing their duties to God. Now, next one. Find out the lines from the poem that are examples of following figures of speech. For repetition, here the spelling is wrong, correct it. Repetion. After P it is E. So here, if you go to the poem, you can see many answers for it. See, if you take this line also, we have repetition. The word long and long is repeated. Then they do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not. Here also we have they do not. In three lines we have they do not, they do not, they do not. You have to pick up all these three lines and write together. See the words they do not, they do not, they do not. These words are repeating here. So we can see repetition over here. Then here you can see not one. In this line also you can see not one. In this line also you can see not one. So there is repetition in these lines. You have to pick up and write it together. So now, coming to the next one. Alliteration. There is a pleasant repetition of sound characterized by a letter. You can see the letter D repeated in this. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. D and D. There's a pleasant repetition of the sound D here. So the figure of speech is alliteration. They evince them plainly in their position. They evince them plainly in their position. Here also we have alliteration. Plainly in their position, the verb. Pleasant sound, repetition of sound, characterized by the letter P is there. Now, the next one is hyperbole. Now search for hyperbole here. The exaggeration of an idea or ideas is hyperbole. Here you can see not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So here the figure of speech is hyperbole. Exaggeration is found over here. Now coming to the next question. Identify the figures of speech in the following lines. I stand and look at them long and long. The figure of speech here is repetition. The word long is repeated for poetic effect. Now coming to the next one. Tautology means words or expressions of similar meaning will be used mainly for emphasis. So here, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat and whine, they have the same meaning. Words or expressions of similar meaning are used mainly for emphasis. Then the figure of speech is tautology. Tautology. Then, coming to the third one. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty to God. Here, the letter D is coming 2 times. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty. So it is alliteration. There is a pleasant repetition of sound characterized by letter D. Now coming to the next one. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. This is hyperbole because it is simply exaggeration. Now coming to the next one. They bring me tokens of myself. This is paradox. The figure of speech here is paradox. A statement containing an apparently absurd contradiction which is found to be true is a paradox. A statement containing an apparently absurd contradiction which is found to be true is a paradox. They bring me tokens of myself is paradox. Then, no one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. This is hyperbole. It is simply an exaggeration. Now coming to the appreciation of the poem. For the appreciation of the poem, you have to write something about the title of the poem, about the poet, then about the rhyme scheme. If there is no rhyme scheme, you can write it as a free verse. Then, if any figure of speech is present, you have to mention. Then, you have to give the central theme, otherwise the idea of the poem. Central idea of the poem. So, you have to write in the paragraph format. So, the answer can be given like this. The poem Animals has been written by Walt Whitman. The poet has broken away from the conventional use of a rhyme scheme and has written the poem in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem, so you are writing the poet has written the poem in free verse. Now the chief figure of speech used in the poem is repetition. You can also pick up the lines and write. The other figures of speech are alliteration, tautology, hyperbole, etc. Then you write the central idea of the poem. The poem describes the qualities of animals that human beings must have possessed in the early stages of evolution, but which we have lost. The poet indicates that we should possess these qualities to make this world a better place to live in. Animals are better than human beings.